Namaste students, myself JVN Brijesh Kumar Yadav, Faculty of Education and Methodology, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. I welcome to all of you in my digital class. Students, I have prepared this lecture for BSc B.Ed JBC 6M, subject botany, and topic is mineral plant nutrition. Okay, so today we are going to see some of the facts related to plant nutrition. As you all know that plants require two main components for the survival of their life, completion of their life. These are water and food material. Okay, so plant can get their water from roots that is available in ground, and food material can be obtained from the process of photosynthesis, you all know. But students, apart from these two components, some other components are also important for completion of the life cycle of plants, and those components are known as minerals, because these minerals are very important for the completion of life cycle in the form of catalytic reactions. Some of them are the component of biomolecules. So in this way, minerals are also equally important as water and food materials are important for the completion of life cycle of any plants. Okay, so today we are going to see about nutrition, plant nutrition. And plant nutrition doesn't mean that photosynthesis. Okay, this process is not photosynthesis, because in photosynthesis plants only synthesize food material, that is carbohydrate in the form of sucrose. Okay, but apart from the carbohydrate, some other components are also important and required for the completion of some biotic activity, vital activity, and for that purpose mineral nutritions are required. Okay, so let's move. You might have heard that name, essential elements. So essential elements are those elements which are very important, and in the absence of those elements plants cannot complete their normal life cycle. Okay, the elements is a part of essential molecules such as macromolecules, metabolites, and micromolecules comprise, you have seen that, protein, fat, carbohydrate. So these biomolecules, macromolecules are made up of these essential elements. Most elements fall in both categories above. Some of them are structural component, and some of them are enzymatic factors. There are 17 elements, nutrients, which are required for plant life cycle, and these are categorized into two groups. One is macronutrients and another is micronutrients. Okay, then these are the examples of some micronutrients and macronutrients. Okay, in macronutrients, sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, sulfur, nitrogen, silicon are there. And in category of micronutrients, chlorine, iron, boron, manganese, zinc, copper, molybdenum, and neon. Okay, so these are the macro and micronutrients. Something more about them, uh, like macronutrients. Macronutrients are elements which are required by plant in large quantities, means they require these nutrients in large quantity. They, some of them are the components of organic compounds, as I have already explained, macromolecules, biomolecules, and they are carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, and phosphorus, and some others are potassium, calcium, and magnesium. Next, micronutrients, they are elements are that plant needs in very small amount. Okay, they are iron, chlorine, copper, zinc, manganese, molybdenum, boron, and nickel. I have already explained. And most of the micronutrients are the cofactor of enzymatic reactions. Okay, you have seen that in enzymology, some of the enzymes react only in the presence of cofactors. So being a cofactor, in this way nutrients are very important, mineral nutrients. Okay, these are the tabular form of some of the micronutrients and macronutrients, and these micronutrients should be present in plants in particular amounts. Okay, means in the deficiency of their amounts from a particular threshold, there is a disease in plants that hamper the life of the plants. Okay, so let's have a look what are the function of those components, those micronutrients. Such as in primary macronutrients, nitrogen is there, which is the most important component of proteins and amino acids. Phosphorus is also required for nucleic acid and ATP synthesis. Potassium act as a catalyst, ion transport system, and calcium required as a cell wall component. Magnesium, you all know, it is a part of chlorophyll. Sulfur is also part of amino acids. Some of the sulfur containing amino acids are there. Iron is a part of chlorophyll synthesis. Copper is component of enzyme. Manganese activates enzyme reactions. Zinc also activates enzyme reactions. Boron is a essential component of cell wall. Molybdenum involved in nitrogen fixation. Chlorine photosynthesis reaction. Okay, so in this way we have seen the essential micronutrients and macronutrients, and what are the role of these macronutrients in the life cycle of plants. So students, in this way we have completed mineral nutrition. On next turn we will see some new topics. Okay, thank you very much.